Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday. How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Oh man, it is Monday again, and I am so happy to be here with you today. Woo! Today has been a busy day. We went to look at a potential car for Little Miss, and unfortunately it didn't work out for us, but we are still looking. So kind of rushing today, but that's okay. It's time to woo-saw, rein it in, and enjoy a day of crafting. All right, I see folks are coming in. Please say hello, and I'd love for you to give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, share this video with your friends, because caring is sharing, and sharing paper crafting is so much fun. All right, guys, today I have a really fun and pretty card to share with you. I'm going to be using the Lovely and Lasting Stamp and Punch Bundle. Now this is in the new annual catalog, and I love Stamp and Punch bundles because, number one, they're inexpensive. Number two, you don't need any other fancy tools or gadgets to use them, right? You just need stamps, ink, paper. You've got it. Okay, so bundles with punches are so fabulous, especially for beginners, because punches are really easy to use. And like I said, you don't have to have any other extra special tools or gadgets. So, hi, Miss Carol. I see you there. I see some other gals and folks coming in. So if you would, please say hello. And all right, so I have a few things for you. So I've got the Lovely and Lasting bundle. And, you know, this is a fun new label punch, and label punches are in such high demand right now because, you know, we got rid of a few of them with the last catalog. So I was really excited to see this one coming in. I'm not going to lie to you. And I love that when they have a label punch, that it also has a stamp that goes along with it. So this way you can dress up the punch. As you can see here, I've done it with my happy birthday label. And you know what? I love this color combination. Hot pink and black with white. Such gorgeous colors, right? So we're using Melon Mambo, of course, basic white and memento black ink, and then the matte black dots to add some more basic black to the project itself. So now there are a ton of other really cool things that we could do with this. You know, we could get into some of the other die sets that have little sprigs, and we could put some black sprigs in there. We could put some Melon Mambo sprigs in here. We could even use some gingham ribbon, some black and white gingham ribbon, which would actually be really nice. This card was done really simply, and I like the simple look of it. This is perfect for one of those, oh gosh, I need to get a birthday card out to so-and-so, right? So you're going to be able to do this one with very little extra supplies. Okay, so what you're going to need, the Lovely and Lasting bundle. Hi, Miss Kathy, how are you? You're going to need some of the matte black dots, and then you'll need memento ink. You're going to need Melon Mambo ink. Now that's because I'm coloring the flowers and this stuff pink. But, I mean, it would look really cool if you just have memento ink and wanted to do pink cardstock with black ink. That would be nice, too. Hi, Janice. How are you? Thank you so much for joining in. Okay, and then for the background of this card, I'm actually using our brand new Split Card Textures dies. It has two different dies here, and these don't cut out a whole piece. They cut out a section from cardstock, as you can see here. So it's actually what has cut all of this cool design in the background. All right, so I'm going to show you that one because I left it off having been die cut already. So I'm going to die cut that one live with you this evening so that you can see. All right, let me just set that other one out of the way. Okay, for the card itself, you're going to need a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5, of basic white cardstock that measures 4 by 5.25 for the inside of the card, and then a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock that measures 4 by 5.25 for the front layer of the card itself. Then you're also going to need a white cardstock. I've got one here for the flowers, and then I have this one here for my sentiment and punch. And then I have a little strip of Melon Mambo cardstock. This is just 4 inches by 1/4 inch. This was a scrap of this, and then I used it, as you can see here, to embellish the inside just a little bit. Okay. I have my die here that I'm going to show you how to use just now, and let me get this stuff out of the way and grab my die cut machine, and I will show you. Okay, let's see, I need this layer but not the, I'm gonna go somewhere in there, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of washi tape to hold that down. Grab my handy dandy Stampin'. And when you have a big die like this, as you can see, it's a big die and it covers a lot of space and it has some straight edges. I highly recommend turning it at a little bit of an angle so that when you put it through the machine, it doesn't put as much pressure on the die or the machine, the pressure a little more evenly. Okay. Now, to an intricate die like this, I really like to be able to run it through a couple of times. I don't want to go just once because I really want to make sure that all of my little holes are cut out. Okay, now I already know what's going to happen to this thing. It's going to pull it off and slide all of these little pieces into the garbage so they don't go everywhere. Okay, and let me just pop these couple out and we are good. All right, so there we go. This is our background piece. Now I'm going to start out here layering this piece onto this piece and then layering the whole thing onto the card front. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one, because I have all of these intricate edges here, I'm just going to use my handy dandy multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm running just a really fine little amount along the edges. I don't want to put too much. This multi-purpose liquid glue, a little dab will do you. A little goes a long way. So don't pile it on. You don't need that much. Plenty. You can see there, I really don't have much. All right, now I'm going to turn this over and lay it right down in the middle. Just like that. Okay, now I can close that up, and I'm going to use my adhesive runner to attach this piece right here. Okay, make sure I've got it pointed the right direction. All right, there we go. Okay, very good. All right, now because we're using photopolymer stamps, I'm going to bring in my Pierce mat and a scrap piece of, and I want to use my Melon Mambo ink and the big flower stamp. And because the stamp is so big, I'm going to actually lay it face up on the table, and I'm going to ink it upside down, okay? And what this is, I got a little heavy-handed just there, but I'm not getting too heavy everywhere else. I really want to make sure that I'm applying some even pressure, and then I'm just going to press straight down and hold it for a second or two. And you really want to do this with bold images because you want the color to soak into the paper. And if you hold the stamp onto the paper for just a few seconds, you really make sure you get all of that rich color on there. As you can see, it worked out nicely. I'll set that off to the side. All right, at this point, we're going to want to fussy cut around the flower, but I'm not going to make you watch me do that because that's kind of boring. So, through the magic of television, I already have one stamped and cut for you. Isn't that nice? Okay, now then, I need this piece and my Memento ink and this super, super cute dotted and lined frame. We'll tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And we're going to line it up right about there. Looks fabulous. Okay. And then bring in the punch, and I always like to punch upside down so that I can see where I'm punching. Now, Stampin' Up's punches are really good for this because it doesn't really take a whole lot of pressure in order for you to get a good punch. So you can see I can do it one-handed. Now, you know, I've got a little bit of strength in my right hand, so you may be able to punch with. That's kind of the point there. All right, now I'm going to bring this back over to my Pierce mat, and this time I'm bringing the Melon Mambo ink back in. And I'm bringing Happy Birthday. Tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And I'm going to stamp it, well, I'm going to ink that up just a little bit more right there. There we go. And I'm going to line it up best I can in the middle. Hold it for just a second or two. Perfect. And then I've got this super cute little laurel here that I'm going to use. I'm going to put it on the top, near the top edge of the frame, and then ink it up again and turn it around and stamp it on the bottom. There we go. All right, beautiful. I love it. Okay. Now then, I want to, actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and stamp this too. I want to put cheers on the inside of this card. Okay, so I'm going to take the cheers and give it a little bit more ink. You know, sometimes when you first use a stamp, it doesn't take ink right away, and that's because sometimes these photopolymer stamps have got a coating on them. Hi, Patricia. Thank you. They have a coating on them that it protects the photopolymer, but also sometimes it doesn't allow the photopolymer to collect ink very well. So the best thing to do when you see that your ink is pooling up on the stamp, and you'll know what I mean, it looks kind of splotchy, okay? So I will ink it up, and then I will give it a little twisty scrub on a piece of paper, okay? And then kind of rub it, and what you're doing is you're kind of rubbing that film off. And then when you ink it up again, you'll notice that you have a good clean stamp. Okay, so that's just a little tidbit there. Now I'm going to bring my laurel back in again because I want my inside to match my card front, so I'm just going to put a little something right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take this strip of Melon Mambo cardstock and my multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm just going to glue this along the bottom of the card, right, to add just a little pop of color. And you know, what else am I going to use these 1/4 of an inch strips of cardstock for, right? There really aren't a whole lot of uses for 1/4 inch strips, so I like using them wherever I can, and this is one of those ways. All right, so look at the difference. It just adds a little bit of color. Now I'm going to bring this down a bit so I've got plenty of room to write on my birthday card here, like that, and I am good to go. Okay, now then, I want to attach this to the inside of my card. So again, with my adhesive. Okay, and right there in the middle. And look at that. Beautiful. All right, now then, let's get this card front finished. Okay, I'm going to put this floral piece on dimensionals, and then I'm going to double up my dimensionals for the sentiment itself. Okay, now you can use little half pieces if you want to. I'm not going to waste our time doing that here, so I'm just going to use a lot of regular size dimensionals, and then I will cut one here in just a second. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut it in half. I know this is way more dimensionals than I ever use. You guys know that. But when it comes to a piece that's got so many little pieces sticking out, if you don't have enough dimensionals around it, you'll end up with saggy and flat spots, and I don't want that. I want this whole piece to be nice and raised. Okay, so it's worth it to me to use the extra dimensionals to get that raised up. All right, and then I'm going to put a dimension is in contact with the adhesive. Okay, now then, give it a nice little press and get all these little back pieces off. Okay. All right, there we go. And then it's gonna go right about there-ish. And I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not gonna press it down exactly. I want to bring this in and make sure that it's gonna work for me. And it will. So now it's a little panels for the sentiment piece. There we go. Super cute. Okay, now it's very plain like this. It is very pretty. It could be, you could use some Wink of Stella to leave them you know, just bold flowers. But I am going to bring in these matte black dots because they're so pretty and I love them. And I like how the black around the frame, the black and hot pink combination, it's been one of my favorite color combos since school, you know, since elementary school maybe. I've always loved these colors together. All right, so there we have it. Now, we have an inside decorated, we have the front decorated, but we've not done anything at all with the envelope yet, right? So let me bring in my Pierce mat once again, envelope, and I'm gonna bring in that Melon Mambo card, or Melon Mambo ink, and that big flower one more time. Actually, I'll bring it in 2 more times because I'm gonna stamp on the front and the back flap. So for this one, I'm going to come over here and lift it off. So cute. And then for the back side, I'm going to do a little bit less. There we go. Fabulous. I love the way that looks, and I think anybody would be happy to see that in their mailbox. Now, of course, you could. Let me go ahead and clean my stamp here because it still has Melon Mambo ink on it. But you could get your Memento black ink, tap, 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 and beautiful, right? All right, friends, I hope you guys enjoyed that card. I got to visit via chat with a few of you last week, and that was so much fun. I didn't get to chat very long because it was kind of late and we had a very busy day, but it was a lot of fun. So thank you for those who were there and chatting with me. I loved it. All right, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this project. I will have all of the measurements and the supply list and everything over on my blog here in just a bit. And if you would like to purchase any of these supplies, you can use this host code. And I'm going to be doing some more fun things over the next couple of weeks, because I think I've mentioned it before, but gosh, I'm going to be mentioning it so much probably in the next few weeks, but I am so very, very close to earning the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip. Yay! So excited! Anyway, disclaimer, for Stampin' Up! Purposes, less than 1% of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators earn the incentive trip. It takes a lot of hard work and effort. It's not just something that they give out to everybody. Okay, there you go. You have the disclaimer now. You know why I am so excited about it, because it does take a lot of hard work and perseverance, and this will be the first trip that I will have earned from Stampin' Up! And hopefully not at all the last, knock on wood. So I'm not there yet. I could use your help. So if there is anything I can get you, brand new stamp set, new dies, paper, ink, whatever it is, please use the host code. Order from me. I would love for you to be my customer. I would love to be your demonstrator. And if you do not already have a demonstrator, I would love to be yours, and I would love to send you some brand new catalogs. Okay, and the holiday catalogs are going live in a few weeks. So stinking exciting, because the second celebration of the year will also be taking place starting the 1st of July through the end of August. Amazing, right? Okay, guys. Thank you all so very much for being with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I absolutely would not be here if it weren't for all of you. So thank you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And until next time, my friends, bye for now.